Well, it is already a busy time of year for many, and many people, though, facing a situation that they may need to move. And you want to have good, reliable movers that can help you out and help alleviate some of that stress. Well, we are going to introduce you to one company that may be able to help you. We are talking with the Good Greek Moving and Storage. Spiro, welcome to the show. How are you?
Thank you. I'm great.
By the way, the Good Greek is really, really funny. I love the name already. So you already had me at the name. But Spiro, before we dive in and talk about the services, I'm fascinated with your background and why, as a former Miami police officer, did you decide to go into this line of work?
Well, after 7 years of police work, 5 of which were on the SWAT team, I wanted to venture out into the private sector and see if I can utilize all the skills that I learned as a police officer and member of the SWAT team in team building and creating my own organization, if you will.
And I bet you hear this a lot, and I have had to move a lot. My husband and I both in the broadcasting business. We've moved all around the country before. And getting a moving company that you really believe in can really make or break a stressful time for you. Talk about the customer service and what you're able to provide people with that really makes Good Greek stand out among the rest.
Yeah, you're right about that. Moving is one of the most stressful things that you can encounter in your lifetime. In fact, it's up there with death and divorce. But what makes Good Greek Moving and Storage different is our people. I only hire professionals, and by that I mean professionals that are background checked, drug screened, and are graduates of our Superhero Movers Academy.
Oh, I have to ask more questions about that. I noticed the superhero in the logo, but I didn't know you actually stood behind that superhero. Explain.
Absolutely. All of our qualified applicants must graduate from the Superhero Movers Academy, which is in-house, and they are trained for every aspect of the job, from wrapping furniture to packing fragiles, loading the truck, driving the truck, and so on. And if they cannot graduate the class, they do not go on the truck or in your home. And in fact, we even offer refresher courses for movers that maybe lost some of the fundamentals along the way and need a little retraining. So we take it very, very seriously as to who we hire, who we train, and who we send into your home.
I'm so glad to hear that. And I found myself in a situation with movers and some things got damaged and, we had to make it right. It added even more stress to it because those little elements of storage, packing, you don't outsource, which I think is something that we need to point. All of that is all within your company, correct?
That is correct. What's very common in the industry, and it's partly the reason as to why the industry has a little bit of a black eye, is because much of the services that some of these companies offer are subbed out, subcontract to other third parties. Whereas at Good Greek, we do everything in-house, from the moving portion locally, long distance, in fact, professional packing and crating, and even international shipping. We will actually load the containers to go overseas. So we do everything in-house to ensure the highest level of quality.
And honestly, my bad situation was a result of that outsourcing. So if people have not experienced it yet, it really is nice to be under one roof. Now, I want to talk about the areas you serve. Of course, the Tampa Bay area is where we like to call home. Do you serve the entire Bay Area?
We do, yeah, all of the Tampa Bay, St. Petersburg area. But really, we serve the whole state. We have our flagship location in West Palm Beach, another one in Fort Lauderdale, and then we've expanded out of Florida into South Carolina as our first office outside of the state of Florida, and we're franchising locations throughout the United States. And of course, we ship throughout the United States.
Spiro, you must be a Bay Area fan because after all, I hear that you are the official movers of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So we've got to have some pride in there for our Tampa Bay teams.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, the next time Tom Brady and Gronk need to move, they're going to call the Good Greek.
I love it. Well, you know what? You too can call the Good Greek Moving and Storage Company. We want to make sure share their contact information with you. There it all is on the screen. Spiro, it was nice to chat with you today. Take care and enjoy the season, okay?
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.